What's up, guys? RC Syndicate here, and today let's talk about foams. What's up, guys? RC Syndicate here. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate the continued support. If you're new to this channel, check it out. Hope you enjoy the content. If you do, I appreciate a like and consider hitting that subscribe button. But let's go and get into it. So today the topic is going to be about foams. Now, there is a whole list of particular foams you can get. I mean, the list is crazy, from Proline to T-Mot 6. I mean, Three Brothers is coming out with theirs. Their anti-foams. It's crazy. It's all over the board. I'm not here necessarily to discuss that. I'm here to actually discuss maybe a way on foams that maybe you're not utilizing it in this particular way, and it's a way that I found out works for me. So, check it out, and maybe it could apply in your particular case, and maybe it'll help. So today we're going to be focusing on my Class 2. My Class 2 is currently the only rig that runs an actual set of foams, and the reason being is these are the BFG, the KM03s, I believe. Yeah, KM03s. So these particular tires are off the Predator compound. All my other Proline tires, which are Hyraxes, they run G8 compounds, a little bit stiffer. These are Predator compounds, way soft. So when I actually started running these particular tires, I really started to see how soft really was. And I mean by this is these tires were actually originally set on my Class 3 when my Class 3 was under 4 pounds. Super light, super light. But even then, I had a lot of squat. I had a lot of roll on these particular tires because of how soft they were, particularly with the foams, but the material of the tire is also very soft. So I had issue with that, so much in fact that took the rig out and these tires were minutes old, and catching a rock, I ended up cutting the whole sidewall, ripped it right out, completely messed it all up. And I was like, what the hell is going on? But this is what I learned running these particular set of tires and this Predator compound, that I needed to invest in a set of foams. Now, running foams could help out so much. This is a stock one off the rear here. Just a stock squeeze one. I'll actually open up this pack real quick. Give me a second. Just try to kind of compare. You got a standard stock foam that came on that BFG. This is that Proline 2-stage right here, the dual stage foam. So you got a soft outer with a more rigid inner. Very good when it comes to side healing. You don't get a lot of tire roll. You have that nice soft and pliableness to be able to come up on obstacles and be able to get that grip around while maintaining that inner rigidity that you want, so you don't have the tire constantly folding on itself. You ever seen those rigs where they'll actually be running and the tire is actually folded on itself multiple times? That actually helps out no way. Yeah, it looks cool. You might think it's actually grabbing, but really what you're doing is, well, actually, I'll show you. Give me 1 second. Now, before we head over to the rocks, I kind of want to show you this on my test bench so we can kind of see it in the controlled setting, and we'll take it to the rocks and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So here I have stock foams up front, dual stage in the rear. Now, it's kind of counterintuitive. Most people will run their actual dual stages up front and their stockers in the back, or if not, dual stages front and rear. But let me show you why I chose not to do that, and use a little bit of imagination here with this. So, of course, this is the front. So you can see here I have squat already, and then I have, nice fullness of this tire. Now, this rig was, I believe, 5 pounds, 1.8 ounces, I believe, 5 pounds, 1.8 ounces. So not super duper heavy, but you can see already I do have some squat. So let me show you this real quick. Using this foam as a kind of a prop here, you can see as she's going to come through and actually contact this, you can see the tire deflecting. And what she'll do is have a tendency to want to up and roll and grab. And that's what you want. And that's the reason why I have stockers up front. I want my tire to be able to push forward and then wrap around the object and then climb and keep going. Now, the dual stage will also do that for you. By contacting here and moving around here. But if you were to have a soft foam in the rear like the stockers, this is exactly what it would actually do to you. Alright, for demonstration purposes only, let's just say I've already climbed this particular wall right here. I've gone through and climbed this wall. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera down slightly, and you can see this tire is still maintaining its shape. Yeah, we have a little bit of play from that dual stage. You have that to help kind of get your footprint, if you will, nice and flat, nice, strong, stable base to continue to keep driving that momentum upwards without having that tire roll on itself. Again, like you see a lot of guys with stock foams, they'll just roll on itself. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just keep the camera here, 180 this truck, and show you exactly what it looks like that way. Now, here's the truck. Again, just 180. So picture if this was actually driving, this would be the rear of the vehicle, that'd be the front. Look at this tire. This tire and the foam have collapsed, and they'll continue to collapse as they go through and see any type of force right here. And what's going to happen is that tire is just going to continue to keep rolling. But I want to show you also with this tire kind of going away, look at the height that you've lost. I'm going to lift this up a little bit, and you can see right there is exactly what we would have had more or less with the dual stage. I let go, she sags down. And again, she'll continue to keep sagging down as she continues to try to bite and work herself around. All that deflection right there, guys, that is what, 1.5 inches, give or take. All that can go away, because I know we've seen rims actually contact the ground when we're crawling. All that will go away. That is 1.5 inches or so of height that you just removed to clear over that obstacle, that breakover angle. That's why I say running with a dual stage in the back to help that keep that rigidity, keep that strength, keep that length there is the way to go, because there you can keep all your, it's like standing on your tippy toes, so to speak. You can keep all that back there while your front tires are doing their grabbing and doing the pulling. Combine that with an overdrive, guys, you have one hell of a winning combination. And those are just little tips and tricks right there that'll help you just change it up a little bit and just, go. How many times have we crawled where you're like, God, if I just had just that little bit more? What they say is always that inch or two. That's always going to get you. Always that inch or two. But guys, I'm 100% done with talking on the bench. Let's go and get this sucker on the rocks, and I'll show you exactly what it does running a stock up front, dual stage in the back. Let's go and get to it. Well, guys, in typical That's the Way It Goes fashion, my GoPro decided to delete all that content that I had recorded. So we're just going to go ahead and just gonna narrate over this. So right here you have the Class 2 out here, and I'm showing you basically where the tire is going to be conforming over the rocks. So again, this is the stock foams up front, and you can see where it's actually conforming over that rock, while the rear remained stable, remained round, remained planted to help push the vehicle over the obstacle. Here we have another good spot where it's going to be just a rocky transition up. You'll see where the front tires are fighting for grip, conforming over the rocks, while the back stays very, very, very stable and helps push and helps drive the vehicle forward. So we have tire deflection right there. See it conforming while the rear end is just pushing itself forward. Look at that. Nice and stable down here. Drive up. Hang to the right. Up. And out. Very good. So this particular climb, I'm just going to call it the holy crap. So my buddy Matt's been able to get this no problem, but this is my first time attempting it with the Class 2. So the big kickers here is that left tire wants to drop down. The rear left tire wants to drop down to that hole. So you can see here we're climbing up top and using every bit of those front tires to dig and conform over those rocks while keeping the rear stable. And you can see those rear tires are just super stable, and you see it barely break over that ledge, drop down, and just using the front to just grab, turning left and right, trying to grab every bit I can. Just getting a little bit of bump that I possibly can, and there it is. A little hung up on the diff, but them front tires being as soft as they are help pull it forward. Well guys, I appreciate you taking the time to check out this video. Hope this was something interesting that you guys saw as far as how to utilize your foams like I do. Again, this is not applicable for everybody. This is just how I use it in my particular setup. Guys, if this is your first time, I appreciate a like on this video. Throw a comment in there if you like what you see. Maybe hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, again, I appreciate all your support. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.